Hi, it's Kanaya, and I'm going to dive right into the week 9 video progress note. Um, so the large group assignment that I'm going to reflect on is the one where we discussed how we felt after watching the nonviolent communication video. We discussed the theory as a whole. We discussed how we felt about it, how if we felt it was effective, in the places where we felt it could be effective, if that makes sense. I want to start off by saying the environment was more so. I want to say, to me, it was like an explosion. It was like people had their opinions, their thoughts, and their feelings bottled up and waiting to just get them out and express how they felt about the video. I would like to say that the group was in a working stage, and I say that the group was in a working stage because people felt very open to expressing themselves, to be honest, and to discuss how they felt. Many people had strong opinions about the video. Like, a lot of people felt that the narrator himself wasn't very just he had a theorist complex. He was one of those people that, hey, here's my theory, I know it all, this works for everything and in every situation, this is right, do this in every situation, and everything is going to always be perfect. And it just didn't match the content where the content and the theory didn't match his behavior when teaching a group in the video how to utilize nonviolent communication. So again, I observed that a lot of people felt confident enough to share their opinion. We all agreed and disagreed on many topics, and then once again, people had their own feelings. So for myself, I felt like overall it's a good idea, but it doesn't work in every situation. And one of the prime examples that we talked about a lot in this large group was how the instructor of nonviolent communication expressed that you can talk your way out of being shot, pretty much. Or if you're being held at gunpoint, you can use nonviolent communication. The role and the behavior of the leader. The leader was Dr. Cullen. She led the group very well. She left the floor open for everyone to feel confident in their opinions. It set a tone for everyone to just, like I said, open up, say how they truly felt, the things that bothered them about the video, and the things that they liked about the video. Dr. Cullen was very inclined to hearing what everyone had to say. She often repeated back what other people said to make sure that she understood what they were trying to relay, like the message they were trying to relay. And she did a great job at this because everyone responded and say, yeah, hey, like that's exactly what I'm talking about. The class responded pretty well. Like, once again, I feel like we did a good job in responding to one another, respecting each other's feelings. A lot of people was able to bounce off one another's ideas, thoughts, and opinions about the topic. My role, I was a part of the group. I was a group member within the large group. And at the time of the large group role, and a large group discussion, I didn't have much to contribute because When I watched the video, I filtered through what was important to me, what made sense to me. So a lot of what didn't, or what I disliked or didn't feel comfortable with, I left it in the video. So I was eager with what I learned. I was pleased with the video and the fact that I was able to filter out um the actual content of nonviolent communication. I understand where it could work and where it couldn't work. I really didn't, like I said, take the video as a whole and say, oh yes, I love this video, this is the perfect video, I'm gonna use it for everything and every day of my life. No, that's not where I went with it. I definitely felt very free to speak up. I didn't mind sharing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that. What made me feel, what made me have the willingness to participate was the atmosphere, the vibe, the tone of the room. It's come a long way. I feel like as a class we've come a long way. I feel like we've gotten to know each other better, and we learned to respect others' thoughts, opinions, and things like that. So I feel like that's what allows me to feel comfortable in contributing to discussions and bringing the information back home. As I stated before, nonviolent communication is not going to work with everyone, simply because you're going to have some people like, where do you get this trick from? Oh, no, I see what you're trying to do here. That's not going to work on me. But then you have situations where it could potentially work. So, again, yes. So, moving right along to the small group progress note. So, I'm going to talk about how me and my group Shark Week met in the same class time following the discussion of nonviolent communication. So during a small group meeting, we were discussing and pointing out the major roles each group member would have. We were also pointing out who would play what role and exactly what scenario we all felt comfortable doing. There was no real leader here in this group. Everyone just took the initiative to just jump in where they felt needed. Some of us in the group have experience, so some of us shared job-related experiences that we could use to in our group project. So it was just an exchange of thorough communication, like, hey, I work in child welfare, here's a scenario. Hey, I work in child welfare also, here's another scenario. And then it was just like, not a debate, but just some thought about, hey guys, what role do you feel is best and what role do you feel best? I can't remember everyone's names in detail, but I know one group member, I want to say Alyssa. She jumped right in and said what she was capable of doing, what she loved doing, which was PowerPoint. So we're like, perfect. We're going to use you for PowerPoints. And I liked her perspective of letting us know what she liked, because some people don't like doing PowerPoints, or some people are don't do the best PowerPoint. So I feel like that's a good idea to work together using everyone's strengths. Again, like I said, there was no real leader. I didn't feel that I needed to be the leader. I felt like I shared a work-related topic that we could dive into or not. And I felt like I wasn't forced to be just a group member or not a leader or anything like that. I felt content with where I was in a group. I felt like as a group, we were in the struggle stage. I feel like there was a lot of anxiety because there was no direct leader. So again, we were just talking back and forth, trying to see. I feel like we weren't trying to step on each other's toes, more or less. I feel like it was more so like, oh, here's the idea, take it or leave it. Like, I feel like we all were kind of afraid to dominate and say, hey, that sounds like the best one, let's do what we're going to do. I feel like we continue to exchange information.